You've invested in Power BI reports for your retail or warehouse teams, but nobody on the front line is actually opening them. They're still making their decisions based on their gut. And that's because the reports sit on a back office PC or are buried in a mobile app. And until you fix that last mile of adoption, nothing changes, not behaviors nor business outcomes. My name is Anne, and I'm going to show you the native IT approved way of putting live Power BI data directly on your front line so that your teams get the right numbers instantly and you stop watching your important reports go unused. The starting point is that you have solid reports and you trust your data. However, the bottleneck that you're seeing is that people are not seeing that data at the right time in the right place. Let's take a simple example like a shift leader. The shift leader technically has access to the stock variance report, but maybe hasn't opened it this week. They know it exists. In fact, you've even shown them how to use it. But when they spot an issue or they have a question when they're on the floor, they're not stopping to browse the Power BI app or go get a laptop. And that tiny bit of friction is all it takes to kill adoption. Now imagine the same shift leader scanning a small QR sticker on the shelf and having that exact same stock variance report just open instantly. Placing QR codes on shelves, stations, or at doors means that the barriers disappear. And the part that many people overlook is that you're not just making the link to the report easier, you're anchoring it to the physical object that relates to what that data is about. Then all the worker has to do is simply scan on their mobile or shared mobile device, and the exact moment that they need that data and need those numbers, they have them. Adoption jumps because we've reduced the friction. Now, what's going to matter most is that the data on that mobile device is secure. I've seen teams try third-party solutions and IT shuts it right down. Or they end up using a QR code that links to a static, unsecure copy of their data. However, if we use Power BI's native QR codes, this solves the problems really cleanly. They use the existing security model and require authentication, and they never expose your data publicly. So what that means is you're using the exact same permissions that you and IT already trust, just accessing the data faster. Plus, it's incredibly simple to implement. The feature's already there in the Power BI service, but most teams overlook it because it's not framed as an adoption tool. It just sits quietly in the file menu, waiting for somebody to realize how powerful it actually could be in the right situation. All you need to do is open your report in the Power BI browser, go to File, Generate QR Code. Power BI is going to give you this ready to print image. And all you have to do then is stick it on a workstation or shelf once you've printed it. Adoption issues are not always just about more training. Sometimes it's about figuring out how do you put the data exactly where people are standing. Now that you fixed the last mile adoption issues by putting Power BI reports directly on the shop floor, then there's still one place the data consistently falls flat: inside presentations. So watch this next video where I'm going to show you how to embed live Power BI data into your PowerPoint presentations so your meetings go quicker, easier, and still let you to filter and answer questions. See you there.